Welcome students to Make Pro classes. Myself Piraj Majumdar welcomes you to today's video session on design of sprue, and today we'll be also considering a special term that is related to the design of sprue as well. It's very important for your semester examination as well as for gate examinations also. This term is known as aspiration effect. So first we will try to design a sprue, understand the aspiration effect as well, and later we will try to solve a numerical based on this particular design of sprue as well. Okay, so let us first start with the basic design of a sprue. You already know what are the sprue, runner, gate. I already elaborately discussed in my previous all videos about the pouring basin as well as the sprue, gate, riser as well. Okay, now look what I have drawn as for the sprue to be like this as conical shape, but we don't know how should a sprue be designed. So we will today start with a sprue having constant diameter. So it will look like, say this one, it will be parallel cylindrical shape, you can say. Okay, now this is a typical diagram I am drawing, and say this is your sprue having constant diameter. You can write constant dia sprue. Okay, this is a constant dia sprue, and say we are having cavity here, and this is the pouring basin. This is okay, and let us consider this height. You already know we have done this in top gating system. The diagram is similar to that of top gating system. So this height will be total height, that is the HT, and this is the height of the pouring basin, that is the H1. Okay, I'm not considering the height of the mold as well, as because we are only designing today's sprue, so I'll be only discussing with the sprue only. Okay, now let us see. We have to apply Bernoulli's equation. So we have to choose the points where we can apply Bernoulli's equation, the suitable points. So similar to the gating design, top gating design, just choose the top of the pouring basin as point 1. Okay, next you choose the last point of the sprue, this point. Okay, this point as point 2, and it is also known as the gate also. Okay, and this point where the sprue started, you can point it as 3 as well. Okay, now look what happened. P1, as I earlier told you in the gating design, top gating design, P1 is open to the atmosphere, so the P1 will be equal to atmosphere and it is equal to 0. V1 will be 0 as well, and P2 we have already considered in the top gating system that P2, this while the metal leaves the sprue, it is open to the atmosphere, so we are taking P2 as P atmosphere only, but actually it is not open to the atmosphere in reality. We are just assuming it for our sake of simplicity. So it is also written as gate point, and it should be equal to 0 as well. Okay, now look, if you consider this 2 point and 3 point, these 2 points, 2 and 3 point, you can see this is having a constant diameter, so the area A2 can be equal to A3. This is a condition. Okay, we are assuming it. Okay, now flow rate, flow rate, area into the velocity. So A2 V2 I can write is equal to A3 V3. That is the flow rate. There is a Q, there is a flow rate. So I can write A2 V2 equal to A3 V3. Okay, as because the flow rate will be equal at this 2 point. Okay, the same the amount of molten metal coming from this point will be equal to the amount of metal leaving this point 2. and we are neglecting the frictional losses. Okay, so this is valid as because the area is equal. And now again, if the area are equal, then also the velocity should be equal as well, that is v2 should be equal to v3. Now if you consider the points as 2 and 3 and apply the Bernoulli's equation, so I am applying the Bernoulli's equation at point 2 and 3. So let us write applying Bernoulli equation at 2 and 3. What we have? P2 by rho g plus V2 square by 2g plus Z2 and is equal to P3 by rho g plus V3 square by 2g plus Z3. So this is 0, V3, and V2 is also 0. Okay, as because these two are equal, this is also 0. From here you can find P1. Okay, now we have P3 by rho g. Okay, is equal to, look, Z2, I can write Z2 minus Z3, Z2 minus Z3, Z2, this is, okay, so Z2 minus Z3 gives you, now this Z2 minus Z3 is, is minus of HT minus H1. Look, as because you can see from here, this is 2 point, so this is the label, and we are considering Z2 minus Z3. So Z2 and Z3. Look, if Z3 minus Z2, so this height will be how much? HT, total height is HT, and this height is H1. So that will be HT minus H1. For if you consider Z3 minus Z2. Okay, so Z3 minus Z2 will be HT minus H1. Now we are having Z2 minus Z3. So that will give you minus of HT minus H1. So this is T. So HT minus H1. Okay. Now, look what we have. So you can see P3 equal to minus of rho g into HT minus H1 as well. Okay. Now this P3 is coming to be negative value. And what does this negative value signifies? This signifies vacuum pressure. You can say the pressure is lower than atmospheric pressure. Okay. So P3 you can write as less than P atmosphere. Now what will happen? If this thing comes out, what will happen? Okay, look, this riser is made up of sand. Okay, now if you consider this riser, you will see that there are many pores, small holes, that is the pores you can see over here. So I can write it as pores. So this is your, say, riser, and it is made up of sand, so it has got many pores or small holes. Okay, now if air get mixed with this molten metal, it will pass on to the mold cavity, this one. Okay, and will cause casting defect, casting gas defect you can also say. And this casting gas defect due to the air, presence of air in the casting is known as aspiration effect. As because you can see, if you make the sprue having constant diameter, at the point, this point we are having negative pressure, that is the vacuum pressure, or less than the atmospheric pressure. So what will happen? Air will rush into the sprue, atmospheric pressure, and this air will eventually mix with the molten metal. okay, and it will cause casting gas defect, and this effect is known as aspiration effect. So what is the remedy? Now, to avoid this aspiration effect, we should ensure, so we can write, we should ensure pressure everywhere in casting system should always be greater than or equal to P of atmospheric, that is atmospheric pressure. So you must keep in mind, if anyhow somehow the pressure falls below the atmospheric pressure inside the total system of the casting or molding cavity, you can say, it will cause aspiration effect. That means air will rush, this atmospheric air will rush into the screw, and it will eventually get mixed with the molten metal, and it will cause casting gas defect. Okay, so you have to keep in mind while designing a sprue that in order to reduce aspiration effect, you have to make sure that pressure should everywhere in the casting system should be greater than or equal to the atmospheric pressure. Okay, now let us consider another thing. Now let us consider that we have to avoid aspiration effect. So let us consider that P3 should not be less than equal to atmospheric pressure. So I am taking P3 as atmospheric pressure in order to avoid aspiration effect. Earlier we have seen that P3 is coming to be negative. Now let us consider, to avoid aspiration effect, P3 is equal to atmospheric pressure. Okay, so if P1 equal to P2 equal to P3 equal to P atmospheric, you can write as equal to 0. Then we have A2 should not be equal to A3. Okay, now if you apply Bernoulli's equation at 2 and 3, what will happen? P2 by rho g plus V2 square by 2g plus Z2 should be equal to P3 by rho g plus V3 square by 2g plus Z3. Okay, now look, we have A2 V2 equal to A3 V3, and these are not equal, so we can convert V3 equal to A2 by A3 into V2. Okay, so these are cancels out. Now we have V2 square by 2g plus Z2 equal to I can write V3 as A2 by A3 into V2 square by 2g. I can write this should be square plus Z3. Okay, now taking common V2 square by 2g, taking common, we are having 1 minus A2 by A3, that square. Okay, that should be equal to Z3 minus Z2. Okay, now look what comes out. V2 square by 2g, that is, you can say as, you can write as HT, you can write HT. Okay, from here this diagram, HT, V2 square by 2g. Okay, you can write, so HT into 1 minus A2 square by A2 by A3, that square should be equal to again Z3 minus Z2, Z3 minus Z2, it is HT, you can write again, into 1 minus H1 by HT, you can write. Okay, this will be the expression for the right hand side, Z3 minus Z2. Okay, now if you consider these two, that's are cancelling out, and we are having that A2 by A3 should be equal to root over H1 minus by HT. This is coming. Now look, from this condition you can see A3 should be greater than A2. Okay, now the sprue is, say, so we are having the required condition as A3 should be greater than A2. So you can see somewhat this one, you can say. Okay, so this is the A3 and this is, say, 2. Okay, now look, this equation, from this equation you can tell A2 by A3 should be equal to root over H1 by HT. This is the required expression coming out. And if you consider this one, A2 square by A3 square should be equal to H1 by HT as well. Okay, now this equation is of parabolic nature. Okay, this is parabolic nature. Now what happens in actual practice, sprue should be of parabolic nature. Sprue, if you want to have a ideal sprue, you should have a parabolic nature, but as because it is impossible to make parabolic in nature in sand, as you all know, this is made of sand, so it is impossible to make a sprue of parabolic nature. We have to consider something else. So considering something else, the cone shape is next better option you have got in designing of sprue. Okay, but if somehow anyone asks you theoretically what should be the ideal shape for a sprue, you must tell that ideal shape of a sprue should be of parabolic nature only. Okay, now this cone shape is better, I can say, taper, as because in technical language, in mechanical engineering, we are generally using this term as taper, this cone type of shape. Okay, so you can say in practice or in practical, we are generally designing the sprue as of taper shape to avoid the aspiration, or you can say to keep the atmospheric, to keep the pressure everywhere inside the sprue greater than atmospheric pressure. So in order to keep this condition, that is the pressure inside the sprue always greater than atmospheric pressure, we have to make a taper shape sprue. That is the reason behind the design of sprue. Okay, so I have considered a problem that was from GATE 2007 paper. It says a 200 millimeter long down sprue. You know what is the down sprue? This is the down sprue. Okay, and it has an area of cross section of 650 millimeter square. Okay, where the pouring basin meets the down sprue. So where the pouring basin, this is the pouring basin, meets the down sprue. Down sprue means this one. So this area is said to be 650 millimeter square. Okay, now a constant head of molten metal is maintained by the pouring basin. Okay, so constant head of molten metal is maintained by the pouring basin. This height, this is height, this height. Okay, this height, say H1. Okay, now considering the end of down sprue, that is the end of the down sprue, this is the down sprue total, and the end of the down sprue is this one. Okay, is open to atmosphere. They have already given the condition that it is open to the atmosphere, this point. Okay, so this point, and G has a value of 10 to the power 4 millimeter per second square. Find the area of the down sprue in millimeter square. So we have to find the area of down sprue in millimeter square. Okay, at its end, this point we have to find area. Okay, and avoiding aspiration effect as well. So that is the problem, whole problem, and we have to now solve the problem, and we have to find the area of the down sprue at its bottom. Okay, so if we consider this as, say, this one, So this is your figure. Now say this is 0.2, this is 0.3, and the top is at 0.1. Okay, now this height is total height ht. Okay, so this is your ht, total height. Okay, now this is h1, we don't know. Okay, the area is given as 650 millimeter square, and we have to find the area at the base, you can say, okay, of the down sprue, or end, you can say. So I am writing this as, say, okay, area, simply area of the sprue, as. Okay, now this height of the down sprue is given as 200 millimeter. Okay, so let us apply the Bernoulli's equation again at point 2 and 3. Okay, this point and this point. Okay, so what we will have, look, we will have, say, P2 by rho g plus V2 square by 2g plus Z2 equal to P3 by rho g plus V3 square by 2g plus Z3. Okay, now as you can see, avoiding aspiration effect, so we cannot cancel, simply cancel this one and this one, V2 square by 2g and V3 square by 2g as well. Okay, so we have to calculate. Look, one more thing I have forget to write over here. It is the molten metal flow rate is given, molten metal flow rate. Without that we cannot able to find the area. Okay, so molten metal flow rate is given to be as 6.5 into 10 to the power 5 millimeter cube per second. So that is your Q. So you have got Q equal to this one, 6.5 into 10 to the power 5 millimeter cube per second. So let us calculate now the V3. So look, we have 6.5 into 10 to the power 5, that is a flow rate. Okay, so I can write it for you, 6.5 into 10 to the power 5, and this should be, you know, A2 V2 equal to A3 V3. Say this is equal to this one, and this is also equal to A2 V2 equal to A3 V3. Okay, now if you consider this one and this one, that is 6.5 into 10 to the power 5 equal to A3 V3. From there we can easily calculate the V3, as we know the A3. This point is the A3, so we know the area. Okay, so from here I can write A3 as 650 into V3 equal to 6.5 into 10 to the power 5, this one. Okay, now from here V3 is coming out to be 1000 millimeter per second. So we have got V3, then we have to substitute over here. Okay, so if you consider this one as 0, this one is also, now we have got say V2 square. So this is V2 square, so V2 square by 2 into g is 10 to the power 4 plus Z2. Okay, so this will be V2 square, so this will be 0. We don't have to consider this one, as we are considering as this as base. So V2 square by 2 into 10 to the power 4 equal to, I can write V3 square. Now V3 square, how much we have got? V3 equal to 1000 millimeter per second we have got. Okay, so V3 square is 1000 square by 2 into g, 2 into 10 to the power 4 plus Z3. How much is Z3? Z3 is the height of the down sprue. Okay, so I can write 200. Okay, now if you solve this one, you will be getting V2 equal to 2236 millimeter per second. That is the value of the V2. Okay, now what we have to find out? We have to find out the area of the down sprue. So we have got V2, this point is 2, as you can see this point is 2. So V2 we have got, we know the Q, and Q equal to A2 V2, we know, we have the V2, so we can easily find the A2. So let us calculate the A2, that is the required area at the bottom of the down sprue, you can say. Okay, so let us calculate. Now look, Q equal to A2 V2, we can write and 6.5 into 10 to the power 5 equal to A2 into V2 we have found it as 2236. From here we can find A2 equal to 290.7 millimeter square. Okay, now this is one method. Another method I can show you as this one. So alternatively I can say we can also apply Bernoulli's equation at point 1 and 3. So applying 1 and 3, 1 P1 by rho g plus V1 square by 2g plus Z1 equal to, you can write P3 by rho g plus V3 square by 2g plus Z3. Okay, you can write, or you know, P1 by rho g cancels out, V1 square by 2g cancels out, P3 also cancels out. So you have got Z1 minus Z3, Z1 minus Z3 equal to V3 square by 2g. Now this Z1 minus Z3, Z1 minus Z3, this point and this point. So this point, this two difference is, you know, H1 that we don't know. This is the height of the pouring basin. So from here we can find the height. Look, V3. Now V3 is velocity at this point. Okay, so at this point velocity we have already founded by the formula A3 V3 equal to A2 V2 equal to, you can write Q. So from Q we already know 6.5 into 10 to the 5. From there, applying this one, we can easily find, we have already found actually V3 equal to 1000 millimeter per second. Okay, so putting that value 1000 by 2 into 10 to the 4, we can have H1 value as how much? 50 millimeter. It is coming to be 50 millimeter. So you have got the H1 value. Now simply you already know, to avoid aspiration effect, we have got the formula as previously I have derived for you. A2 by A3 should be root over H1 by HT. Now look, this method is very easier one and very less consuming time. Okay, so easily you can find the value of the area of the downspout very fast. Okay, in a lesser time also. Okay, so 550 by HT is 250. HT, you know, sorry, that will be 200, I think. Okay, no, the HT is this height. This height is HT, total height. So this is 200 and this is 50. So it will be 250 only. Okay, so you can say it will be 1 by 5. Okay, now we have to find A2, value of the A2 at this point. Now A3 you already know. You already know the A3. A3 is given. This point 650 is given. So from here you can simply calculate A2 is coming to be 290.7 millimeter square, similar to the previous one. Okay, so you can see, you can apply any of the method for calculation of this particular area at this point downspout. Okay, there is a gate portion, you can also say. So now if you remember this simple formula, you are going to calculate this area in a much lesser time, and this will be very important for your gate examinations also. For semester examinations you can also apply this formula or previous one, whatever you wish. Okay, so now we have completed, I think, the maximum portion of the casting, and today is the we have considered the aspiration effect, and we have also designed the sprue as well. Now we'll move on to the metal forming processes like rolling, extrusion, deep drawing, and many other processes. So hope you have enjoyed the casting series, and if you have any query you can comment in the comment section. Please share this video if you have liked my video with your friends, and thank you for watching.